So, Ton, should I just mute myself and stop the video for until you call me, right?
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to start with Gabe, and then later on you will be on. So yeah, I think that's good. Start. It's 7. So I want to welcome everybody that's on the call. My name is Ton Willemsen, and together with my partner Sjoukje Bloemsma, about 17, 18 months ago, we started working with LifeVantage here in Holland. We've been in the network marketing industry for 20 years, and we're really interested because of the culture we saw and the products we experienced. And in these last month, a lot happened, like the opening up of Spain, and after that Ireland, and this last month we opened up Belgium. So because of that, the former week, last week, we had Bob Wagner and Gabe Pearson, colleagues of ours, with us, and we made a tour in Belgium, Antwerp, and we went to Brussels, and back to the Netherlands, where we ended up giving a training event on Saturday. Now, some of the people on the call attended meetings during those days, one or even more. Others could not make it, so we asked Bob and Gabe to give an online presentation for everyone who was interested in hearing them explain about the business you can build working with LifeVantage. Now, this will be about 30 minutes presentation, where there will be a possibility at the end to have your questions answered. There will also be a chat going on, so if you want already to let me hear your questions before that, that's just great. Just write them down and we'll get into them at the end of the meeting. Of course, we, as well as the person that gave you this link, can also answer the questions. So if you would rather have us answering the questions afterwards, you can also contact us, and we'll be happy to let you know everything there is to know. Now, the first speaker in this presentation will be Gabe Pearson. He has a background in the fitness industry, fitness and specialist in nutrition. He did not have any experience in network marketing prior to LifeVantage. Has been with LifeVantage for the last 10 years and is, as we call, a Master Pro 10, which is the top level that you can have in this company. This means he does over a turnover. He does it just over $1 million in turnover each month. He will mainly introduce the product and talk about LifeVantage and the way they have, well, had the world get in contact with Nerve 2 activation. After that, the presentation will continue with Bob Wagner. We, Sjoukje and I, personally have been working with Bob for 20 years in this industry. He joined LifeVantage at the end of 2017, and after 7 months already, he became a Pro 7, which means, together with his wife April, which means he did over a turnover of 100,000 within those 7 months, monthly. I know now he's close to a 200,000 turnover, which is really a great achievement. So he will be explaining mostly about the business setup and the possibilities that we all have working with LifeVantage. But first, I want to give the word to Gabe Pearson. So Gabe, please take over.
Thank you, Ton. Again, it's my honor and privilege to be able to share this new paradigm in health that we call nutrigenomics. My intent this morning or this evening for all of you is to educate you on a new paradigm in health that is coming to Europe. And what's so fascinating is all of you are first to know about them. So Nutra is food, food compounds, and genomics is gene expression, turning down the bad genes, turning up your good genes. And as you can see this slide that we have on right now, what this product does, it activates a pathway called NRF2. And basically what we're pioneering is the activation of pathways. And that pathway upregulates what is called survival genes. They are antioxidant, antifibrotic, and anti-inflammatory enzymes. And by upregulating those survival genes, it reduces oxidative stress. Now, what oxidative stress is, it is how and why we age on a cellular level and a major contributing factor of how we get diseases. And you can look at this slide right here. This is what oxidative stress interacts with. It's everything. If you go to the National Institutes of Health, that's our library of science in the United States. It's where our doctors go to get their information. And you type in oxidative stress and you backslash it with a disease that's pertinent to your gene pool, what you're going to find is over 95% of diseases, over 250 of them are directly linked and connected. So this kind of helps you to understand, the significance of how detrimental oxidative stress is to the body. And I don't care if it's your eyes, your heart, your skin, your kidneys, your blood vessels, your brain, your lungs, everything is connected. And we all want to slow down the aging and diseasing process. And finally, there is now a product that can do so. The product is called Protandim. And you can see right under the word Protandim, it is an NRF2 activator. It activates this pathway that tells your body to do what it was meant to do for the first 20 years of life. And that's make more good guys. Now, in the United States, we have what is called peer-reviewed studies. And the very first study says that this product lowers oxidative stress, how and why you age on a cellular level, and a major contributing factor of how you get diseases, by 40% in 30 days. And what's fascinating is look what the ingredients at the bottom of the page. They're all plants. They're called phytonutrients. You have, turmeric, anti-inflammatory. You have milk thistle, which detoxifies the liver. You have green tea, which is an anti-cancer. You have bacopa, which is all about brain health, memory, and things like that. And you have ashwagandha, which is good for mental clarity and focus. Now, all of us can go to a spice store and buy these extracts. And if we take them individually, they work like a direct antioxidant. In other words, they can only neutralize, or another word for neutralize is, destroy one bad guy at a time. And it's the synergy of those 5 natural ingredients that changes the chemistry, that increases gene expression 18-fold. So simply what that means, it's 1,800% more powerful than taking that direct antioxidant individually. So taking turmeric by itself or milk thistle by itself. It's the synergy, and that's how and why we have patents. In addition to lowering how and why you age and a major contributing factor of how you get diseases, it supports natural cellular repair and rejuvenation. It increased the median lifespan of male mice by 7%. This was a 10-year study that the National Institutes of Aging did on 5 natural plants and 5 drugs. And it was funded by the National Institutes of Health. And after the 10-year study, only Protandim was proven to increase lifespan, which equates to 3 to 5 human years. Now, this is the independent research. So understand this, everything that's coming out of my mouth today, I can't embellish. There are now over 24 peer-reviewed published studies on the product. Now listen to me very carefully. not ingredients that's in the product, but the product itself. So if you've never heard the term peer-reviewed studies, it's the most scrutinized way to get something completely validated by experts in that field of study. Now you have the Free Radical Biology and Medicine, a very powerful journal. You have the American Heart Association. You can see all these journals that are now doing studies on diseases that they specialize in that are backed by universities. And what's fascinating, and I shared this in Belgium, the University of Amsterdam is one of those universities that is studying this product. So if you want to slow down the aging and diseasing process by 40%, this is a product that you want to be on. And most people don't even understand how and why we age and how and why we get diseases. The major contributing factor is what sustains us in life. How many people do you know that breathe oxygen? How many people you know that eat food, that's out in the sun, that is, you know, around chemicals or pollutants, right? That's how and why you age and how and why you get diseases, and this slows it down. Now, this was the very first activator, and it was backed by all kinds of television investigating reporting programs in the United States, NBC, the Wall Street Journal, the Today Show, ABC News. Today, there are 7 US patents and 5 international patents. And as Ton mentioned, our intent is to open the entire European Union. And we started with the United Kingdom, Germany. Now we have Spain, we have Ireland, we have the Netherlands, and now brand spanking new, Belgium just opened up. So there's nowhere to go but grow. Now, Protandim now has a brother or a sister, however you want to look at it. And what I want all of you to understand, we all have more than one, pathway in our body. The pathways are located inside the cell. And that's what makes these products so robust, so potent. The second pathway is NRF1. NRF1 activates how we get energy in our body. You probably remember this when you were in junior high school, the powerhouse of the cell, the mitochondria. Well, as we age, the reason why we have less and less energy is because we have less and less ATP. And so we use all kinds of methods to put a Band-Aid on it, right? Energy drinks, coffee, but once that caffeine runs out, you're back to square one. If you want to get to the root of the problem, you've got to increase the amount of ATP. And that's what's so fascinating about these activators. It's getting your own body to do its own work, what your body was meant to do for the first 20 years of life. So it improves performance through energy production. You have 2 more products that I'm going to talk about, but since this slide is right here, after I talk about these 2 more products, it's called a stack. So what's going to be moving in the future are not the word supplementation anymore. It's going to be replaced with the word activation. And they're going to be stacks to get your body to do what it was meant to do. Now, you have something that's called the Stevie Awards. It'd be equivalent to the Oscars in the United States, how they, look at movies and which one's the best movies. Well, these 4 products that you are looking at, and they are now offered in Belgium and in the Netherlands, in Europe, you're looking at one of the #1 rated products in the world. Out of 79 countries, 3,900 different products, a group of scientists said that this product was #1 when it comes to the health and pharmaceutical category. And what I want to be clear on, this is not a pharmaceutical, this is a nutraceutical. Those are natural products. So the next product I'd like to talk about is our probiotic. Our probiotic is unlike anything that you've ever seen before. And I shared this with everybody in the Netherlands, in Belgium. I've never endorsed a probiotic before because 96% of that healthy bacteria, that microbiome, never gets to the lower stomach because the stomach acid immediately destroys it soon you swallow it. Well, this product, and by the way, it's patented and it's documented, peered science. Because they're encapsulated, they're little cylinders that are encapsulated, the stomach acids cannot penetrate it. And if you take this probiotic on an empty stomach, 85% will get to where it's supposed to be. All other probiotics, only 4% gets to where it's supposed to be. So the gut is now considered our second brain. 80% of diseases we are now understanding it comes from the gut. We all want healthy guts. And if you want to be able to get that healthy bacteria, 85% of them take that on an empty stomach. If you take it on a full stomach, you still get 60%. And then lastly, the omega plus, there's no omega-6s. And if you don't know this, omega-6s are fillers and they create inflammation. This is omega-3, omega-7s, and if you don't know much about omega-7s, it actually helps increase your metabolic rate, the pace at which your body digests food. You have EPA and DHA, for the heart and for the brain, and also you have liquid D3 as well. And what I love most about that fish oil is you don't have fish burps. You can actually, there's a little lot number on each bottle, and you can actually go online and you can see how it's made from boat to bottle. So that's called our Vitality Stack. And you all have it in the Netherlands and Belgium as well as Europe, and it's the #1 rated product in the world now. And then, those 4 products I just told you about works inside your body out, right? Now, the last product I want to share with you, protects your body outside in. And what's your largest organ? Obviously, it's your skin, right? Your skin's very, very important. And this is one of the very first and only skincare regimens that actually has a patent behind it because of the activation of the NRF2 pathway. So I'll just tell people this: do you want a fast aging face or do you want a slow aging face? And obviously, if you want a slow aging face, you want to be on this regimen. You have a cleanser, you have a pH balancer, and then you have eye serum, and then you have the anti-aging cream, and it mitigates the visible effects of skin damage and oxidative stress. If you want to go on YouTube, just type in True Science Beauty System, and you'll see before and after pictures, of tons of people, okay? So the NRF2 activations, what it does, it increases or step ups your own protective barriers for a youthful appearance. It slows down, it turns down the genes that causes, the wrinkles and the aging. It, most importantly, it protects against environmental assaults, on skin for a more beautiful look. And it counterbalances the visible effects of sun-related damage. So with the 1-2 punch, those products are made to work together in tandem. You want to protect the body 100%, not 50%. You just don't want to take the skincare and forget about the inside, and you just don't want to take the Vitality Stack and forget about the outside. They work together. So these are category creating products that you'll have access to that nobody else has. And we want all of you to help us help people that you love and care for what the activation of pathways are, because that's coming. It's coming with us or without us. So hopefully that helps you. I know I only had 15 minutes and I'm right at 15 minutes. So I'll just give it right to Bob Wagner and he'll be able to explain to all of you what's in it for you.
Thanks, Gabe. Great job. It's funny, every time I hear Gabe talk about the products, even though I've already taken my products today, it makes me want to go take them again. And, and a lot of products I do double up on. So great information. And folks, what you just heard to all, and good evening to all my European friends. And thank you for joining us and spending some time with us. But, you know, what you just heard in Europe, what you're hearing now, you're hearing for the first time. And that's no different than in the United States when the ABC is a television station here, television network. When they did a primetime investigative report, they had heard about this science and they didn't believe it. And these are one of those primetime investigative reports. They're generally trying to find something wrong with a story. You know, they're trying to disprove it is what's going on. And what happened is John Quinones, who is still a very famous television head here in the United States, he went in and he had his own blood tested, and the results he got were even better than what we were claiming would happen when you use the Protandim, the NRF2. So here's the deal. You are now hearing it for the first time. Gabe Pearson shared with you for the first time this new science, this nutrigenomic science that's going to be spreading all over Europe. And you've just heard it, okay? Nobody knows about it. And like he said, it's coming with us or without us. We're not going to stop it. It's like everything else that's ever happened out there. And you know, one of the great things that we now have, because of the modernization and the way technology allows us to do business, because of the internet, because of social media, because of companies like Facebook and Uber and Airbnb and Amazon, we now have an opportunity to do business all over the world. Just like we're talking now. I'm talking to you from Orlando, Florida, from my office at home, from a computer, and I'm talking to folks all over Europe, okay? So we are in 23 countries with our products currently worldwide, and we're in 15 countries for business, setting up distributorships. Now, our goal in Europe, and we're talking specifically Europe right now, is to go into all 27 European Union countries in the next year or two. So, Tom, can I get the next one? You know, the beauty of this business is that everybody's equal. And here's what I mean. Everybody can do it. See, Tom and Shalke and myself in April, we met over 20 years ago, and we did business very differently than we're doing today. Today, it's much easier. You do your business from your laptop or your iPad. It's called social sharing or social selling. You can use an app. You can use, we use a lot of WhatsApp when we're in Europe, but all you're doing is sharing information that's been created professionally in the form of a video or a story or a website. And all you're doing is texting it and sharing it with people that you think would benefit from using the product or have an interest in earning additional money. And it's just an amazing system that's in place. Okay, our website, and Tom can show you, you know, after this is over, or the person that shared this information with you, we have a great website. Okay, the one for Belgium is phenomenal. It's on a brand new platform, but we have a great website. We have a great checkout system and an easy ordering system so that you and I, we don't need to worry about inventory. We don't need to worry about stock. Everything is just a computer transaction and very duplicatable. Tom? All right. Now, one of the things that I'm going to take a couple minutes to talk to you about is the timing of where we are as far as a company goes. And I'm telling you, folks, okay, this is really, really important. LifeVantage in the United States is just 10 years old. Now, we're publicly traded. We're doing about $250 million a year in business, about $250 million, publicly traded, okay? And we are still considered in the United States in the very early stage. The momentum hasn't happened. So here's what you have the advantage of doing. You have the stability and the security of knowing that you are partnering with, and you are getting started, you're starting a distributorship with an American-based company that's been in business for 10 years, is publicly traded, is doing $250 million a year in business, okay? You have the stability of knowing that's backing you, but you have the amazing opportunity to be first. Wherever you are in Europe, whether it's the Netherlands, whether it's Belgium, whether it's you have a chance to be first. And that is just a blessing, okay? Because you have the security of a successful company, but you get to be first in your country. It's just amazing timing. Tom? Now, the way that we make money in the business, okay, is doing two things, okay? We're creating a network of consumers. Those are folks that you and I know, that we care about, that we come in contact with, but we're creating a network of consumers for the product. At the same time, we're creating a network of distributors for the folks that we know, especially now in the beginning, that have a desire to own their own business. They have that entrepreneurial spirit to them. They want to be first. They're always looking for that next big thing. See, we're going to be a household word all throughout Europe. People are going to know us the same way they know Amazon, Facebook, and Uber, okay? They're going to know about LifeVantage. And here's what's great. I'm not going to go into the 8 different ways that the company pays us, but there's 8 different bonuses that we can earn with the company, beginning with what we call our Smart Start bonuses. You know, that's a 30% bonus on every product order that you personally enroll, and that on every distributor that you enroll, and they pay us weekly on that. You know, there's launch bonuses for helping your team grow. There's revenue sharing bonuses when you become an elite distributor. Get this, the company puts 4% of its global revenue in a separate pool, and 4% of $250 million, that's $10 million. And the elite distributors in the company share that money every month. That $10 million, that's almost $1 million a month, and the distributors share that. I can tell you it's in 4 pieces. The Pro 7s, the Pro 8s, Pro 9s, and Pro 10s, it's in 4 different pieces. But if you were to get all of those bonuses, an individual distributor can make $40,000 a month over that by just on those bonuses. And then, of course, there's the residual income, and that's the income that gives you the freedom that we're looking for. When you're earning a small piece, a couple percent, could be 2, 5, 9% on what other people are doing. Once you get that network of consumers and distributors moving, and you're earning those kind of figures, okay, then the time freedom and the financial freedom follow quickly. Next time. Now, here's what's great, and you can look this up. You know, Gabe always says, you don't need to take our word for this. In the United States, when you're a publicly traded company, there's no secrets. You can go to Yahoo Finance and put in the company's symbol for LifeVantage, LFVN. You can put that in, and it will show you, okay, right here where I'm sliding my mouse on the screen, the average earnings for each rank in the business for the distributors, you know, anywhere from $79 a month all the way up to over $100,000 a month, okay, is the average earnings. And you can just look it up and you'll see exactly what's going on with this company. It's very, very exciting. Next. Now, it's very easy to get started. It probably takes, 3 or 4 minutes. See, you got 2 choices. You can become a customer, and just use the product. And that's very easy. You go online, you order your product, and it's very simple. But I'm going to give you a little bit of advice because my wife and I have been in the business for 27 years in the industry, 19 months with this company, and you're going to love the products, and the products are going to be great for you. And you're going to tell people about them. Even if you don't think so, they're going to notice how you look, they're going to notice how you feel, and you're going to talk about them. So why not allow the company to send you a 30% commission when they order? See, this is low pressure. We don't pressure anybody. This is a website transaction. We use social media to share information, and all you got to do is start yourself in a business. We have a silver pack, which is 317 euros. We have a gold package, which is 613 euros. And we have a platinum package, which is 1,300 euros. And all it is discounted product. See, you were going to order product anyway. So why not get the free distributor kit, the free starter pack that comes with it when you order a silver, gold, or platinum package? See, to me, it just makes sense. You're not obligated, okay? You're not becoming obligated to do anything. But what it does is it gives you the opportunity to go as far as you want with it. And I can tell you this. You give me the next slide, Ton. When I got involved in the industry 27 years ago, I never imagined that I would be working all over the world. I didn't know Ton and Schauke when I got involved. I got involved to replace a salary that I had lost in my other art business. I was in the art gallery business. And I got involved to replace a salary, and here's what I'm going to leave you with, and I'm going to give it back to Ton, okay? I got involved because there was something I needed, and that was I needed to replace my income. I had lost my income in a bankruptcy, and I had to replace it, okay? But here's what happens when you make a decision to join a business like LifeVantage, where the timing and the products are so good. Your reason for joining is whatever it is. But that doesn't mean that that's the only thing that is going to happen. That just means you're an entrepreneur and you walked through an open door and you said yes. And when you say yes, there's a lot of things that will happen in this business that you never dreamed of. Like for me, traveling the world and doing business all over the world. So Ton, I want to give it back to you. My 15 minutes is up. Gabe did a great job there with the products. I hope I was able to shed some light on the opportunity.
Yes, you certainly were, Bob, Gabe. Thanks a lot for this meeting and giving this presentation. For a moment, I will go to Dutch. Ik kijk onderhand even naar de chat. Ik zie dat er geen vragen binnenkomen. Dat kan betekenen dat de heren heel erg duidelijk waren. Maar het kan ook zijn dat mensen zich in deze situatie niet geroepen voelen om eventuele vragen te stellen. Die ruimte is er ook om dat later te doen, wanneer bepaalde aspecten niet helemaal duidelijk zijn, omdat het uiteindelijk een presentatie was van 30 minuten. Ik zie nu mogelijk wel een vraag binnenkomen, dus daar zal ik heel even naar kijken. Oké, nou, we worden bedankt en wordt hoofdzakelijk aangegeven. Het was erg duidelijk, motiverend, prima. Op het moment dat er vragen zijn, je kunt altijd terecht bij degene die jou natuurlijk heeft geïntroduceerd, deze link heeft gegeven. Via die persoon kun je terechtkomen bij ons, kunnen we vragen beantwoorden. Ik moet zeggen, na zo'n 1,5 jaar kunnen we wel nagenoeg alle vragen beantwoorden, maar ik kan u beloven, op het moment dat ik dat niet kan, zijn de lijntjes naar Amerika en ook naar corporate van Amerika heel erg kort. Dat is met name iets wat ons heel erg heeft aangesproken. Eerste jaar was best wat onrustig, dan praat ik over 2018. Er moest een hoop worden geregeld, maar met name wat we de laatste maanden zien, met het nieuwe platform en alle dingen die er georganiseerd worden, zijn we heel erg blij dat het gelukt is om hier een goede basis te creëren. De afgelopen week was fantastisch. En we kijken er echt naar uit om het uit te gaan bouwen door Europa. En als u daar een onderdeel van wil zijn, zorg dat u in contact komt met degene die u deze link heeft gegeven. En dan kijken we welke informatie er nog nodig is om op de juiste manier met het bedrijf te starten. Again, Bob, Gabe, thanks. I bet you didn't understand anything I said in the last 3 minutes. Well, it's just the way it is. Have a great evening and thanks again. Dank u wel allemaal.
Guys.
Good night, everybody. Hey, Ton, whenever your team is ready for another one, just send us a note and we'll be ready.
Okay, we will. Thanks a lot.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.